You are watching Channel 37, WSST TV, Covington, Kentucky. Good morning. This is WSST TV, Covington, owned and operated by Something Suave Productions Incorporated, with studios and transmitter facilities currently located behind Jerry's Deli on 5th Street in Covington. Operating on Channel 37 by the authority of the Federal Communications Commission. Watch The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, weekdays at noon on Channel 37.
At my house, we love barbecue just dripping with sauce, but the more you have, the more you mess. So we get the More Towel. New Gala 2. 2 ways better to do more of everything. 1, it's reinforced with more strength to do more scrubbing. 2, it has more fibers for absorbing spills. And Gala gives you more towel to every sheet. Gala 2, 2 ways better to do more of everything. It's the only towel in our kitchen. New Gala 2, the More Towel.
Why don't you try a new Mariner dinner? Fish dinner? And a hamburger place?
Burger Chef introduces the Mariner. 2 tender deep sea fillets, fresh cooked, hot and crisp, with fries and all the salad you want. Delicious.
What do you think, Mom? Pretty good cook, sis.
Catch the Mariner, only at Burger Chef.
You get more to life at Burger Chef.
What's going on here? Ah, gee, what's the big idea, Uncle Popeye? You spoiled our 4th of July. Listen, kids, fireworks is too dangerous. I'm gonna see that you has a safe and sane 4th of July. Who wants to be safe? Yeah, and who wants to be sane? Just a minute, kids, and we'll all play some nice games. Come on, Uncle Pop, let's play baseball. That's a good game. Let's go. Okay, boys, here comes me famous Dipsky Doodle drop pitch. Strike one. Come on, let's get our fireworks and have some real fun. Stand by, boys. These hot dogs will be barking in a minute. Hop in, boys. We're gonna have a nice drive in the country. That's swell, Uncle Popeye. And away we go, boys. I hope you kids is enjoying the countryside. It's beautiful. Why, them rascals, they double-crossed me. Look out! Me house! Help! Uncle Popeye! Oh boy, this is fun. Yeah, and it's safer than shooting off fireworks.
Mammy! Mammy! Who, me? I am not. What's your name? William. What's yours? Look. Ha 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 ha. What's that? Piccolo. Play it? Uh-huh.
She puts away. She knows her proverbs A to Z and knows the good they bring.
But when she has to follow them,
Well, that's another thing. Oh, little Audrey says, while the sun is out, make hay. Though she's not immense, there's a lot of sense in what little Audrey has to say.
Lordy, is you fast asleep, child?
Yes, Petunia, I'm asleep.
Little Audrey, is you reading by that moonlight again? Land sakes, child, I was warned and rewarned you 1,000,000 times. That moonlight makes you have bad dreams.
Oh, I don't believe it.
You is the most disbelieving child. I's gonna tuck you in, and you go to sleep right this here minute.
trouble. Maybe I can help you.
Oh, boy! You would? Gee, I mean, would you?
Sure. Come on.
Oh, boy! We're here. Come on, Audrey. I gotta report in. They scrape off the stardust and keep the stars shining. And here, they fix dark clouds with bright silver linings. Reporting in, sir.
Well, as I live and breathe. Oh, midday. What happened?
Well, you see, sir, he was my dream, and I didn't know he was so late.
And if it wasn't for her, I would have got lost.
Well, that's mighty fine. And as a reward, Junior, you may show your dream girl how dreams are made. But remember, keep away from the black door.
Look a little, Audrey. Here's a cat nap. And he sleeps like a top. And look at here, Audrey.
outlaw.
And from these ingredients, the witches brew their magic potions. Those who partake of this potent liquid will become imbued with an unearthly spirit. But woe to the unfortunate disbeliever, for an evil spell shall be cast upon him. So beware this Halloween Eve, when the earth will be haunted by spooks, ghosts, and hobgoblins.
Olive, there ain't no such things. They're just figmentations of the imaginations.
Pardon me, folks, but it's way past my bedtime.
Sorry you have to go, Chop. Good night, Pluto. Boy, oh boy, I thought he'd never leave.
There's someone at the door.
Good evening. Is this the olive oil residence?
Popeye! There's a headless man at the door!
There ain't no such camino. Olive and her stupid stishkins. Why, it's nothing but a jack-o'-lantern, Olive. I'll get you some water, Olive. Here's your glass of water, Olive.
Oh, thank you.
Olive, there's nothing like a cool drink of water to revive your spirits. Olive! Is that you? I didn't recognize you without your skin on.
Get out of this house at once, you hobgoblin! Popeye! So you're the one that's been horrorizing me. Get out and stay out!
Now there's a girlfriend for you. So long, chump. I gotta protect Olive from those nasty old hobgoblins.
Oh! It's you, Bluto!
Yeah, Olive. I thought you might want some company.
So, that's Bluto's scheme. I think I'll do some spooking myself. Just what I need.
And you don't have to be afraid of ghosts while I'm around. Hey! Help! Ghost! Let me out of here!
Popeye, you're back!
Loves them ghosts.
The name of the game is Ball Buster. It's a family game, fun for children. And for adults, it's exciting. You make strategic offensive and defensive moves. Then try to bust your opponent's balls. It's as easy as checkers. But exacting like pool. You're a ball buster. Ball Buster, a great new game from Mego.
Tell us exactly what happened with Miss Drysdale.
Well, I come around the side of the house, and I see this here lady fighting with a furry-looking varmint.
Turned out it was Miss Drysdale.
No, Uncle Jed. It was a fox.
Lady was Miss Drysdale.
Oh, yeah. So I grabs up the shotgun, and I says, "Step aside, lady, and I'll shoot it." Well, instead of that, she whipped around and threw that thing in the air. Well, I shot it on the fly with both barrels.
Blew my wife's fox fur to shreds. I wonder if she fainted dead away. I caught her just in time. The chauffeur had to help me get her into the car. She was out like a light.
She was stewed to the gills. You said it took 2 men to get her back in the car.
You know, Jethro, could be that there fox was Miss Drysdale's pet.
Why in tarnation would she want a sneaky old fox for a pet?
'Cause them kind of people are liable to do anything.
What kind of people?
Ask your pa.
Well, I reckon I can't protect you from the ugly side of life forever. You see, Miss Drysdale is what city folks calls what was her husband called it, Granny?
Hypochondriac.
Yeah, that means she drinks a little.
A little? Her own husband said her bedroom was full of bottles.
The doctor says she'll sleep for several hours. He gave her a sedative. What about Claude? Oh, she insisted that he have a sedative, too. Poor dog, he's probably the first canine hypochondriac.
Well, let's be thankful for one thing, Mr. Drysdale.
What's that?
The tree outside the window. It completely obscures her view of the Clampett estate.
Yes. And if that tree should ever lose its leaves and she gets one look at those hillbillies...
It shall not happen. The Clampetts have agreed to accompany me to Palm Springs.
Fine, fine. Now, you keep them there until I get Margaret back to Boston.
Can do and will do.
Maybe it's for the best that you know about that poor woman next door, Ellie. I can pitch in and help us get her cured.
Yep. I'll need you to help find the makings from a sobering up mash. That's what I'll give her first.
But Miss Jane said she was taking us to Palm Springs.
Folks don't run off and leave the neighbors when they's in trouble. What are you going to need for your sobering up mash, Granny?
Well, most of the stuff I got. But it takes coon root, wretchweed, sourdough, skunk oil, chimney soot, spider webs, horse mint, snake bort, pepper leaves, chicken gizzards, stump water, coal oil, slippery elm ooze, and turpentine, and a few more things that's secret. Oh, and the biggest toad you can find.
Granny, you use a live toad?
That's just for testing. I give it a swaller to see how far it jumps.
Last time Granny used a sobering up mash, set a new record. Clean over the top of Elverny Bradshaw's clothesline.
That's tall jumping for a toad.
Oh, this wasn't no toad. This was Elverny's husband, Homer. It was him Granny was sobering up. Welly, if you're going out in the brush hunting stuff for Granny, you'd best put on some old clothes.
Okay, Pop. Well, let's get it going. Oh, I pert near forgot. I have to have some goat's milk. After Mrs. Drysdale takes my sobering up mash, she has to have fresh goat's milk every half hour to stop the burning.
Well, I reckon Jethro can borrow some. Well-to-do neighborhood like this, folks is bound to keep goats.
Everybody except us. We ain't even got a cow.
Nor pigs neither.
Nor chickens.
We ain't even got nothing to pull a plow.
You're supposed to be so dad-blame rich. I'll bet we're the only family in Beverly Hills that ain't got a mule.
I reckon it is high time I was stocking this place. Even Mr. Drysdale's been after me to buy some cattle.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, just the other day he says to me, Mr. Clampett, you got $25 million in cash. You ought to put some of that money into stock.
Well, we better get busy now if we're going to find...
There goes that music again. Jethro, did you ever find out where that's coming from?
No, sir, I didn't. Every time I went to looking for it, somebody always come to the door. This time I'm going to find it for sure.
Yeah, good hunting. Me and Granny will be figuring out what stock to buy.
Doggone it, never failed. Howdy, Miss Hathaway.
Oh, please stop calling me Miss Hathaway. Now, if I can call you by your first name, Jethro, surely you can do the same for me.
But,
Please?
well, howdy, Miss Jethro.
How about calling me Jane?
I like that better.
Well, are we all set to leave for Palm Springs?
No, ma'am. Uncle Jed and me's going to town and buy some stock.
Stock?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Drysdale, he told Uncle Jed he had ought to put some of his money into stock.
He dictated a memo on that. But you needn't waste time driving into town. You can order your stock by telephone. Now, here are Mr. Drysdale's recommendations. He doesn't want your Uncle Jed to get a bum steer.
Oh, Uncle Jed, he wouldn't buy no bum steer.
He should be cautious in the bull market.
You got to be careful with cows, too.
Jethro, you have the most delightfully bucolic sense of humor. Now then, would you like to ride to Palm Springs with me, or would you prefer to drive and meet me there? Jethro?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Would you like to drive your own car?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I like to drive.
Very well. I have typed out explicit directions. I've even drawn a map showing the exact location of the hotel. They have a lovely pool, and... Jethro.
Oh, yes, ma'am?
I'm taking a bikini to Palm Springs.
Is that faster than a train?
Jethro, you dear naive boy. You shall see when we go swimming. You Tarzan. Me Jane.
No, ma'am. I'm Jethro Bodine.
I almost hate to see you change.
I ain't gonna change.
Oh, yes, you will. Under my tutelage, you will become an educated man of letters. Someday I shall introduce you as Jethro Bodine. B.A., M.A., Ph.D.
Awful smart woman, but that ain't the way you spell Bodine. All I know is this is the kind of stock Mr. Drysdale thinks is good.
What does that say?
IBM.
What does that spell?
IBM.
What's an IBM?
I don't know. Next it's got, S's.
S's?
Well, that's what's wrote there. USS.
Sure makes sense.
Maybe it ain't Mr. Drysdale's fault. Just between you and me, that Miss Hathaway can't spell for sour grape.
I don't need this list nohow. Me and Granny's already figured out what we want.
That's right. A pair of goats, 3 pigs, 4 cows, a bull, a mule, and a dozen chickens.
Reckon we get all that on the truck?
Don't have to. Miss Hathaway says just call on the telephone and they bring 'em out.
Oh, now, ain't that nice? Hello?
Jed, I watched that banker feller. You have to stick your finger in them holes and spin her a while.
All right. Reckon that ought to do it.
Operator.
Oh, howdy, ma'am. This here is Jed Clampett. I'd like to buy some stock.
What number do you wish?
Number? Oh, a couple of goats, 3 pigs, 4 cows, a bull, a mule, and a dozen chickens.
I'll give you information.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate all the information you can give me. It's the first time I ever bought stock on the telephone.
Perhaps I'd better connect you with a supervisor.
2 heads is better than 1.
Supervisor speaking. May I help you?
Well, thank you, ma'am. This here is Jed Clampett. I'd like to buy some stock.
Do you know the number you wish to reach?
Well, that's more or less up to the animals. But the number I want to start with is a couple of goats, 3 pigs, 4 cows, a bull, a mule, and a dozen chickens.
It sure is a dandy pin, Jethro. As soon as Ellie gets back from the Drysdale, she can milk this here goat.
Mr. Drysdale sure has got a nice house, ain't he, Granny?
Yep. Nice house, nice car, nice job. But the evil of drink has sure laid a heavy hand on his heart. Never forget, Ellie, drinking is a curse.
You take a drink now and then, Granny.
Never more than a thimbleful. Oh, Ellie, you might have to hold Mrs. Drysdale while I spoon my sobering up mash down her.
I'll throw a double scissors and an arm lock on her.
Just so you don't cut off her wind, so she can't breathe.
Yes?
Howdy. We've come to see Miss Drysdale.
I'm sorry, madam, but Mrs. Drysdale cannot be disturbed.
Are you her kin?
I'm a butler.
Oh, that must have been her maiden name. You were taking care of her, are you?
I am a butler, madam.
Well, I'm glad to see that her family ain't ashamed to help her.
Whom shall I say called?
Well, this here's Granny, and I'm Ellie Mae. Paul and Jethro would have come too, but they're busy with the cattle.
Very good.
Hold on now. We've come to see Miss Drysdale.
Mrs. Drysdale is indisposed, madam. She is not receiving.
Oh, still sleeping it off, huh? Well, when she comes to, you just spoon half of this down her and then stand back.
Yes, she'll commence to doing some tall jumping.
Don't fight you. We'll be back later with the goat's milk.
Want me to stay and help you do for Miss Drysdale?
We are managing, thank you.
Are you doing the washing and the cleaning and the cooking for her?
Certainly not.
Oh, just letting it pile up on her, huh?
I am a butler.
Oh. Want me to haul him out of there, Randy, and wrestle him down?
Kin folks have certain rights. Family comes first.
He sure is proud of that family name, ain't he?
Yeah. You hear him talk, the butlers don't get wet when it rains.
Did you say something, dear?
Well, speak up, dear. Can I get you something? Come in.
I beg your pardon, sir. The butler said some people from a ranch brought this for Madame.
From a ranch?
Well, he said they mentioned cattle. They call themselves Granny and Ellie Mae.
The Clampetts. They haven't gone to Palm Springs.
Yes, sir. Get him in through that gate. That's the way.
Suey! Pig!
Ah! Get in there.
Get in there, pig! Get in, pig! Come on! Get pig!
That's the way.
Suey!
Oh, no, surely not. Marie, tell me I'm hearing things.
You're hearing things, sir. Cows, chickens, pigs, goats.
No.
Anything I can do, sir?
Pray, Marie. Pray.
Hold your horses. I'm a-coming. Oh, howdy, Mr. Drysdale. Did you watch
Howdy, Mary. Where's your father?
He's tending the cattle.
He brought cattle into this beautiful estate?
No, he called on the telephone, and some men brought him in a truck. Yes, sir. I'm just fixing to go milk the goats. Come on out to the stock pen.
Stock pen?
Yes, sir, Mr. Drysdale. I finally took your advice and put some of my money in stock. How's that goat milk, Ellie?
Just fine, Pa.
As sure as a dandy pen, Mr. Drysdale. Yeah, good stout fence around outside. Of course, that one across the middle ain't so much. Bulls already jumped it twice and ain't even mating season. Got ourselves some mighty fine-looking stock. Of course, they need a little fattening up.
Mr. Drysdale happy to see him?
Granny, he was so happy he couldn't talk. He just kind of hung on a fence and made little gurgling noises in his throat.
Well, that poor man has some joy coming to him.
I'm glad to be able to help him to forget his trouble for a spell.
Here's the goat's milk, Granny.
Oh, good, Ellie. Now, you run that right over to Mrs. Drysdale. That sobering up mare smarts considerable unless you follow it up with fresh goat's milk.
Ellie, Mr. Drysdale ever find his tongue?
Yeah, Pa. Whilst I was milking the goat, I heard him kind of mumbling like he was giving thanks. He says, "Oh, what have I done to deserve this?"
Lord love him. Ain't that pitiful? Hurry, child, now hurry.
You know, Granny, it gives a person a mighty good feeling to help a neighbor.
You betcha. And he needs us, because his wife's kin ain't no help.
Who's that?
That high and mighty Mr. Butler last night came to the door when Ellie and me took the mash over. Wouldn't let us see Miss Drysdale.
Well, now, you can't hardly blame him for not wanting folks to see it.
Uncle Jed, the bull jumped that little fence again, so I tied him back over on his side.
Where's Mr. Drysdale? I asked him to come in for some coffee.
It was the funniest thing what happened to him. You know how he was hanging on the fence of the stock pen, kind of gurgling and mumbling happy-like?
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, he points up towards his house and says, "My wife, that's her window." Then he goes tearing off into the bushes like a bear was after him.
She took some mash and he seen her jumping.
Like Ellie's gonna get there with the goat's milk just in time.
Oh, Sonny, Sonny, your mumsy just had the most ghastly dream. I was going to see our new neighbors, the Clampetts, and suddenly this dreadful giant appeared with a huge gun and shot my beautiful fox first. That's the most dreadful... Claude, what are you eating? Oh, did Ravenswood bring my darling boy some nice fishy scraps? Claude. Claude! Marie, come and get Claude.
What's the matter here?
Claude, he's having a seizure or something.
Is something wrong?
Yes, Marie. Open the window.
Yes, let's have some fresh air. No. You take Claude to the doctor. I'll get the window. Well, darling, how do you feel?
Dreadful. My nerves are shattered. Open the window, dear.
Well, it might not be good for you, Margaret.
Oh, don't be silly, Milburn. I need oxygen. Besides, I adore the fragrance of that jasmine that grows on the fence of that tennis court next door. Now, open the window.
All right, dear, but first I have a surprise.
Surprise?
Don't move. I'll be right back.
Granny, that there butler fellow wouldn't let me through that door again. And he wouldn't take this milk, neither. Why not? He said he wouldn't touch nothing more from us without it was sterilized.
What's sterilized? Oh, we had that in school once. That means soaked in alcohol.
Alcohol?
Appears to me like Mr. Drysdale's got two drinkers on his hands.
Mr. Drysdale must be in terrible shape. Fighting me, scratching and clawing people and everything. How do you know? I heard her yelling and screaming clean from upstairs. She says, Marie, Marie, come and get Claude. Sure enough, pretty soon, this poor girl come a-running down yelling. Take me to the doctor. I got Claude.
Family or no family, that woman needs help, and by thunder, she's gonna get it.
Surprise! Surprise! Milburn, have you taken leave of your senses? You know I'm much too nervous to watch television.
But, darling, the doctors in Boston said your nerves were just fine.
Those Boston doctors. They had the audacity to tell me that I was perfectly healthy. I said, I'm not paying you all that money to tell me I'm healthy. Milburn, I do not want to watch television.
Well, you don't have to watch it, dear. Just listen. There's an exciting Western on.
Western? Milburn, shut that off and open the window.
I will. Oh, there we are.
Milburn, are you going to open the window or am I?
I am, dear. There, you see, the cattlemen and the sheepmen are fighting it out.
Well, if you won't turn it off, I will.
Oh, dear, I do admit that's a very old plot, but I'm sure we can get something better.
That medical program, go back to that.
Well, don't you think that's a bit depressing?
I want the medical program.
All right.
Milburn, I still hear the cattle and the goats.
Yes, you see, this is the latest thing in television program. A medical western.
A medical western?
Yes, I think it's called Sagebrush Surgeon. That's the window he pointed to right there.
I've got to get some fresh goat's milk up to that woman some way.
I could shinny up the tree and climb right in that window.
Oh, Jethro, it ain't fitting for a man to be in a woman's bedroom.
How about me? No, Ellie. You're too young to handle somebody wrestling in the grip of old John Barleycorn. I gotta get up there and have a goat handy to milk ever so often.
I think I got it figured out, Granny. I'll get a rope, throw it over that limb, hoist you up to the window. Jethro, you get that Mr. Butler away from the front door. Then, Ellie, you take the nanny goat, lead it upstairs to her room for Granny.
All right, Paul. But that little goat ain't gonna do nothing unless he's got that little chicken sitting on his back.
That's all right. Raw egg ain't gonna do Mrs. Drysdale a bit of harm.
Margaret, what are you doing?
Packing. I'm leaving immediately.
Oh, don't leave me. I love you.
I love you too, Milburn. Why don't you come to Boston with me? You haven't seen Sonny for a long time.
I don't understand. Why have you suddenly decided to go back to Boston?
To see those doctors. Let them dare to tell me now I don't have a nervous condition. I'm even having hallucinations. It's wonderful.
Hallucinations?
I just saw a witch fly by that window, and there's a goat in the bathtub with a chicken riding on its back. Oh, you couldn't see them, dear. Only someone with my shattered nervous system. There goes the witch again. Oh, Milburn, I'm the happiest woman in the world. It's marvelous. Wait until those doctors hear this.
Can't get in the attic and she won't open the window. Heist me up again.
Here, Milburn. Let's have a vitamin toast to my coming triumph.
It's too late, Jed.
What do you mean, Granny?
We didn't get to her in time. Now she's got her husband on the stuff.
Something to show the way, and that something keeps us going.
And you can't make it through the night if you don't have some kind of light that's showing.
7 Up, 7 Up. We've seen the light of 7 Up, 7 Up. 7 Up. We've seen the light of 7 Up, 7 Up, 7 Up.
Good morning. On today's WSST's Western Theater, we are proud to present the 1938 classic Terror of Tiny Town, starring Billy Curtis, Yvonne Moret, and Little Billy Rhodes as the villain. This film will be featured uncut with no commercial interruptions.
Ladies and gentlemen and children of all ages, we're going to present for your approval a novelty picture with an all-midget cast, the first of its kind ever to be produced. I'm told that it has everything. That is, everything that a Western should have. It's a soul-stirring drama, a searing saga of the sagebrush, and it's called The Terror of Tiny Town. But I must caution you not to take it too seriously. This picture
Hey, mister, come down here. I want to talk to you.
Pardon me. Excuse me, there's a slight correction. You mean it is serious?
Sure, it's serious. I'm the hero. After this picture's out, I'll be the biggest cowboy star in Hollywood.
Wait a minute. Who'll be the biggest star in Hollywood?
Who are you? Well, who are you?
I'm the villain. Who did that? The applause is okay. But who laughed? I'm the toughest hombre that ever threw lead. And I ain't afraid of the biggest one of you. I'm the terror of Tiny Town. And that's the star part.
That's what you think.
Yeah, that's just what I think.
Wait a minute, man, wait a minute.
We'll see. Let's go through the picture.
That's a swell idea. Let's go through with the picture.
Buck, you've got all that chirping out of your system. Maybe you could get back to the ranch.
Sure, Dad. I'm riding back right away.
I want you to go up to North Fork Range, see what's wrong up there.
What do you think's wrong?
I don't know. I was up through there the other day, and there ain't hardly a calf on the range. And I don't think cows have quit having families.
Maybe mountain lion's been getting them?
I didn't see any lion tracks.
Well, I'll scout around and see what I can find out.
We gotta make tracks out of here before we have visitors. Here comes Buck Lawson. Hit leather. Leave that iron. I want Buck Lawson to fight.
That's been getting away with our calves. I jumped a bunch of rustlers at work.
Rustlers?
And they left in such a hurry they forgot their branding iron.
T-Bar-P. Tex Preston.
That's the way I read it.
Why, that low-down coyote. I fought Tex Preston to a standstill 15 years ago, and it looks like he ain't learned his lesson.
That Brandon iron fixed things with the Lawson outfit. Now we'll throw a scare at Tex Preston. You boys know what to do. Stay here and watch for my signal. Hello, Tex. How's everything? Things are not so good. Seems like I'm losing stock lately. When I was riding over this way, I found a cow of yours laying in the brush. She'd been shot. What? Someone killing my stock? It looks that way. There was a calf hanging around. Looked like he was related to her. But he carried Pop Lawson's brand. Well, a low-down coyote. Killing my cows so he can steal my calves. Why, I fought Pop Lawson to a standstill 15 years ago. You think he'd know better than to monkey with a buzzsaw?
Mr. Preston, I think to myself, you're tired of eating beef, so I cook you a nice duck. Oh, boy, she looks beautiful in the frying pan.
This comes from our prize stock. Looks to me like somebody ain't very friendly. I've got a pretty good idea who did it. No one ever asked me for a fight without finding me willing to oblige.
Mr. Preston, I think for myself again you have to eat beef. Fritz, ducky, listen, ducky. Fritz, come here. Fritz, come here, ducky. Nice call. So go away, I don't want you. Go away. Come here. I won't hurt you. Come here. For goodness sake. Can we not sit down somewhere and talk things over? Here, come here, Fritz. Here, look at a nice corn. I can eat myself. Come here. I won't hurt you. Fritz, come here. Ducky. Wait for me. Come here, Ducky. Come here. I just want to make friends with you. Look, Fritz, it's getting late for the boss's dinner, and I'm getting tired. Fritz, I only need you for 1 minute. Fritzy, come out. I got something for you. I got something nice for you. Fritzy, you around here someplace. Enjoy yourself while we're waiting for the stage.
As I was saying, I never thought that Mrs. Clancy could be so small.
You're absolutely right.
Well, goodbye. Goodbye. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning.
Howdy, Tex. Hello, Sheriff. I'm warning you, Tex. Don't start no trouble in town. I won't hunt no trouble, and I won't run away from it either. Buck, there's no sense of all you boys riding to town. You scout around and keep an eye out for rustlers. But you might meet up with that Preston outfit. If I do, I reckon I can take care of myself. I don't need someone to ride herd on me.
All right, Dad. We'll head back.
Now, don't forget what I told you. Come on, Otto, let's get those supplies. Hello, Tex. What are you doing in town? My niece comes in on the stage today. Your niece, huh? Coming out for a visit? No, she's going to make a home with me. Her folks died, and I'm all the kin she's got. She's not coming to a very peaceful spot. Oh, it'll be peaceful, all right, when I do some exterminating that needs to be done around here.
And you're just the man that can do it.
Don't worry, we will do it. Come on.
Don't look frightened, hold your breath. I've got something to tell you. You're excited, scared to death. You'll soon find out what it's about. Hey, look out, I'm gonna make love to you. Need something when I do. You better look out.
I want to talk to you.
My happiness depends on that word called yes. Don't make me just wait and guess. You better
What's on your mind? You keep your nose out of that fight between the Lawson and Preston outfits. Let nature take its course. It's my duty to keep peace.
Your duty, if you're smart, is to do as I tell you.
I'm grabbing myself a nice bunch of cattle from both sides, and each one blames the other. I'll finally land up owning both outfits.
You better look out. Hey, look out. I'm gonna make love to you. See something when I do. You better look out. My happiness depends on that word called yes. Don't make me just wait and guess. You better look out. You've got a way, seems to say every day, that true romance is the thing. And I'll obey every day if you let the wedding bells ring. Hey, hey, look out. I'm gonna make love to you. See something when I do. You better look out.
What about that money for the bank? Is it coming in on the stage? I've stood for rustling and a lot of dirty work, but holding up the stage might mean murder. That's going too far.
If you don't like my game, just say so. The warden at the penitentiary would just love to see you come back and finish your time.
When a man wants to go straight, why won't you give him a chance?
Cry about that some other time. What about that money?
It's due to arrive on this stage.
Now you're talking sense. Beat it. Well, Beth, how's everything working out?
Great, Nita. I sure keep my promise and load you down with diamonds.
I can carry the weight.
Bartender, my private bottle.
Yes, sir. Coming up. Will you be in town for a while?
No, I got a little job to do.
The one I told you about?
Yeah. I just got some information about it. I'll see you when I get back.
Be careful, will you?
Don't worry about me. you big ox, what are you trying to do? I can't help it, boss. I schlitched. Well, schlitch that stuff into the wagon. I'm going over to the barber shop and get schlitched or cleaned up. Good. Barber shop. What kind of skills you take any essay? Garlic.
As sweet as my sweetheart of 93, the scent of her fragrance returns to me. Every smile brings back sweet memories of days when we sang all night long. There must be another. She's just like her mother. The daughter of sweet
That was mighty fine, boys. Give her a little oil.
Sure, we don't mind.
Go ahead. Hurry me down, Sammy. I don't want to scare my niece by looking like an outlaw.
I make you look like a bow drummer.
Oh, you needn't go as far as that. Don't strain yourself.
The daughter of sweet Caroline, Caroline, resembling that old gal of mine, as sweet as my sweetheart of 93. The scent of her fragrance returns to me. Every smile brings back sweet memories. Memories of days when we sang all night long. There must be another. She's just like her mother.
Pop Lawson and Preston are both in town. Pop Lawson just got in town.
Reckon I better head for the cyclone cellar.
Hey, what are you doing? You want to play me to death? Hey, stop it that. Stop it that.
If anybody in town got any calves, they better watch them today.
I thought the county paid a bounty on coyotes instead of letting them run around loose.
Seems to me, I smell something that should be buried. It smells mighty like a polecat.
Why, you...
I won't get shaved here today. I might catch smallpox.
wonder who those hombres are. Let's pick up their trail and see what they're up to. Sounds like trouble. Come on, men.
Beat it, boys. Here comes trouble.
After 'em, men. Are you all right, miss?
I'm nearly frightened to death, but otherwise all right. Thanks to you.
You had a right to be scared. Nobody would have found that right a pleasure trip.
Why, it's outrageous that a respectable citizen should be endangered like that. I'll see that something is done to put a stop to it.
That's the way for a man to talk. I'll have the sheriff take you along when he goes after those outlaws. He needs more men like you. Lend me a hand with those fellas on top, and we'll take the stage on in. Someone will hang for this job. Pete in there was a good man, and a good friend of mine. Maybe you'd rather ride on top with me.
Yes, I would if you don't mind.
I'm proud to have you company. Hey, cowboy, climb aboard or we're going to leave you. Hurry up!
Mr. Rich Hall, Colonel Buck Lawson. Do we stand for that?
What do you think?
I think we should send Babyface after him.
Sure, boss. I'll make smoked beef out of him. Sit down. Take it easy, Babyface. He'll get his. Only we'll do it the smart way. We'll have those two outfits killing each other. It's about time we run off another bunch of stock. Don't you see the dynamite, you local maverick? I hear the stage was held up today, Sheriff.
They didn't get anything, but they killed Pete and the Wells Fargo messenger.
That's too bad.
Sheriff, outlaws have been mighty busy around here of late, and I can't see where you've done much about it.
You better not prod the sheriff, Buck. He might take an interest in all that gun smoke out your way. That ain't just according to law.
Wait a minute, Buck.
You're wrong, Bat. Any man's got a right to protect himself.
What's the matter, Nancy? Forget something? Oh, no. I was just looking around.
Oh, there ain't much to see in this town. We better get going.
All right, Uncle Jim. But it seems like I should say something to the man that stopped the runaway.
The least you have to say to him, why, the better. All right, boys, we'll get started. Buck, how about riding with the posse?
I got an idea I'd be wasting my time.
Meaning anything in particular?
No, it just seems that you don't have any luck when you go hunting outlaws. Dad, don't you think we'd better get back to the ranch?
All right. I don't admire that remark Buck Lawson made.
He's too smart for his own good. I'm taking him out of circulation before long.
Boss, we ain't been able to round up enough prime beef to make it worthwhile sending a trail herd to the railroad.
I bet I can thank Pop Lawson for that. And the sheriff must be on his side. Why, I'm being rustle poor and can get no help from the law.
You better do something about it pretty pronto.
I'll do plenty. Put on more hands, but get men that can sling guns. I'll stop it.
I'll ride into town and see what gunfighters I can locate.
All right. Love your troubles are right. Oh, love your troubles away. Love your troubles away. Love your troubles away. Oh, love your troubles away. And love your troubles away.
What's the matter? Worried about something?
I was just thinking, what a fine world this would be if there weren't so many Lawsons in it.
I think it's a pretty nice place just as it is. And I'm sure you're the nicest uncle in the world.
Going for a ride again today?
You don't mind, do you?
Why, bless your heart, no. Go on and enjoy yourself.
Otto, I'm going for a ride. Would you put up a lunch for me?
What would you like to eat?
Oh, a half a dozen sandwiches, some boiled eggs and pickles.
Where you going to put all that?
In my saddlebag.
In your saddlebag. And then where you going to put it?
In my tummy.
In your tummy. A little girl like you. Every day she gets more appetite.
Well, I get terribly hungry when I ride.
Yeah, I know. It's the exercise. Maybe you want 2 pieces of cake like yesterday.
Yes, 2 pieces. You make such wonderful cake.
I know.
the sunset trail, with the stars to guide while we're side by side, down on the sunset trail. The road is long and weary, but our hearts are strong and cheery, and I'll sing the while as we count each mile down on the sunset trail.
Let's go way up on the hill. Pretend you're Jack and I'm Jill. Instead of tumbling down into town, we'll go round talking of love. When we get up on the hill, where all is quiet and still, instead of tumbling down into town, we'll go round talking of love. Bluebirds are singing on high while we're together. Dark clouds are all rolling by. We're in for sunny weather. And you'll be my Mr. Jack, and I'll be your Mrs. Jill. The crowd will congregate, celebrate the wedding of Jack and Jill.
Say, that was mighty pretty. Why didn't you tell me before this that you could really sing?
Can I?
The best I've ever heard.
Liar.
Honest. Was that song for me?
Well, there's nobody else around. Did you really like it?
Why, certainly. That is, all but the finish. The part about the wedding?
Oh, I see. A woman hater. Don't you ever think of settling down?
Not until I stop this feud between our families.
I hope you can, Buck, soon.
Oh, let's forget all this trouble and just go on with our picnic.
Wait a minute, Buck. I'm trespassing on the Lawson range. Aren't you going to throw me off?
Well, not until after we've had this lunch.
Oh, is that the only reason why I'm welcome? Just because I feed you?
I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it isn't.
In other words, you don't believe in taking chances. Well, come on. I'll feed you anyway.
A range war's like rolling a rock down the mountain. Easy to stop, but mighty hard to stop.
But you don't hate me, and I don't hate you. Why can't we be allowed to live in peace? We have the right to be happy.
We could have all that, if only we could make folks use common sense instead of gun smoke.
Ooh, I better get back to the ranch. I've tried to reason with Uncle Jim, but it only makes him angry. He just won't listen to me.
We still can be friends, in spite of everything.
Just friends?
But there's a very serious matter I want to talk to you about, just as soon as I get this trouble ironed out.
I'll be waiting.
Is this the way you ride the line? Ballygagging with one of the Preston breed?
Dad, she has nothing to do with the quarrel between you and Tex Preston.
She's of the same breed. And man or woman, I won't have one of them on my range.
Dad, I don't take that kind of talk about my friends.
Please, Buck, don't quarrel with your father on my account.
If there's any quarrel, it's of his makings. Dad, if you're calling for a showdown, I'm standing pat.
If you favor my enemies, you're not my son.
that book and make up with your father. I can't come between you.
We'll work this out somehow. I'll make those two old war horses understand some common sense. If you don't mind, I'll ride a ways with you.
All right. I think they're headed for town.
What? I'll put a stop to that. Just as fast as you can. I don't allow no losses on my ranch. Get before I make a sieve out of you.
Uncle Jim, please.
Do as he says. There won't be any trouble.
You promise?
I promise.
Now you make tracks and make them promptly.
You're not afraid to shoot it out with me, are you?
No, I'm not.
I dare you to talk to me for 5 minutes.
Why, I never took a dare in my life. Come on. Come on, start talking and make it fast.
Tex, you think our outfit rustled your stock. I know you're wrong.
Well, I've lost plenty of stock.
So have we. Are you rustling from us?
I am not.
Hold on, Preston. You agreed to talk for 5 minutes.
Well, all right.
We're both losing stock. You blame us, and we blame you. That don't make sense. Doesn't it strike you as being reasonable that someone is playing us against each other and rustling from both? If you and Dad would stop this fool war and work together, we might find out who it is.
Even if I was willing. It takes 2 men to stop a war.
If you'd only meet Dad halfway, I know he'd be reasonable.
Buck, you sound honest to me, and I believe you're talking horse sense.
I'm glad you see it my way, Tex. I'll make Dad wash off the war paint and meet you in town for a powwow. Will you be there?
Sure.
So long, Tex.
So long, Buck.
Just killed Tex Preston over on the South Pass. Shot him in the back.
Hit leather, men, and shoot on sight.
I'm sorry, Nancy. would he do a thing like that? You can't tell what a man might do in the heat of anger. You can count on me to do all I can for you.
Mr. Jack.
And I be you, Mrs. Jill. The crowd will congregate, celebrate the wedding of Jack and Jill. Let's go way up on the hill. Pretend I'm Jack and you're Jill. Instead of tumbling down into town, we'll go round talking of love. When we get up on the hill, where all is quiet and still, instead of tumbling round in the town, we go on talk speaking of love. Bluebirds are singing on high while we're together. The clouds are all rolling by. We're in for sunny weather. And I'll be your Mr. Jack. And I'll be your Mrs. Gill. The crowd will congregate, celebrate the wedding of Jack and Jill. Hello, sweetie. I haven't seen you for so long. Don't bother me, I'm busy. Sheriff, I got a job for you.
Yeah, I reckon it won't be anything I can be proud of. What is it?
I want you to arrest Buck Lawson for the murder of Tex Preston. I hear you've been showing a lot of interest in that Preston girl. What I do is my own business. Oh, like that, eh? Yeah, just like that. That's where you're wrong. You owe me plenty. And don't get the idea you can kick me off like an old shoe. What do you do about it? Stick around. You'll find out.
I'm so sorry, Nancy.
Nancy.
Stay where you are. Get out of this house.
What do you mean? What have I done?
Don't pretend. That Haynes said you shot my uncle.
He lied. Nancy, you can't believe that.
Oh, I don't know what to believe. I left you talking to Uncle Jim, and now he's dead.
That's what I came to tell you. Only 2 people knew that Jim Preston was killed. Myself and the man who shot him. Bat Haynes and I are due for a talk. I want to talk to you.
Hold on, Buck. I'm arresting you for murder.
And who say so?
Bat Haynes. Hold on, Bat. This man is in the custody of the law. I'll take those shooting irons.
We both know who killed Tex Preston.
Yeah, but I know who's going to hang for it.
Don't bank on that too heavy.
Get those.
If we could stop this rustling, we'd pull out of the hole all right. But there's no chance to raise any money right now.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Yes, sir. Your uncle was talking about taking on some more gunfighters. I've located 3 or 4.
No, I'll have no more bloodshed.
Yes, sir.
I think Bat Haynes is a snake in the grass.
Snake or no snake, he'll be boss around here pretty pronto.
Oh, yeah, boss around here. Don't forget I'm the cook. I fix him.
Why try to run a cow ranch? That's no job for a woman.
Now, as my wife...
No, that's out of the question. What's the matter with me as a husband? Why, someday I'll be the biggest man in this county. That has nothing to do with it.
Still hankering for that half-pint that murdered your uncle, eh?
I don't believe he did it.
You mean I lied?
When 2 men tell a different story, one of them lies.
All right, I try to be friends, and for thanks, I get slapped in the face. Your uncle owed me a lot of money.
You better be ready to pay it up. You know I can't right now.
That's your worry.
Thanks, Otto.
I hope you get stomach trouble.
Otto, how many times have I told you not to eat so much pie? Do you want to get sick?
I feel all right.
Hurry up and get ready. I want you to ride to town with me.
Okay.
What's the matter, Bat? You look worried.
What makes you think so?
Oh, just the way you've been acting.
Don't pay so much attention to me.
Maybe the sheriff takes orders from you, but no jury will convict him if she's on his side.
Maybe we won't have a jury.
time for that. Nancy, it was mighty nice of you to drop in and see if they're taking good care of me.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to help you?
There's nothing to worry about. They can't convict me of something I never did.
Bad Hayes is buying a drink. Everybody chin up to the bar.
You walk over to the gambling house and hang him.
Who is?
The whole town, I guess.
Let him go and give him a chance to save himself.
I can't turn a prisoner loose.
Would you keep him here to be murdered?
They won't try anything like that. If I had a couple of the boys from Dad's ranch, I'd give them a run for their money.
You'll have them.
What about the sheriff? He might object.
Oh, he'll be reasonable. Come on, let's get going. What if I told the scout what I know about you?
Don't forget there's a law in this town.
That's all right, Sheriff. We figured to save you some bother. Come on, man. Hurry or you'll be too late.
Who? Get the boys. We're riding to town.
You're back of this, Haynes. You're not man enough to fight it out with me.
Why bother? This suits me all right.
Charges you to be strung up until you are dead.
Hold on, men. Buck Lawson is innocent. It was Bat Haynes who...
There we are! From now on, I'm playing a lone hand.
Hey, where you are. Turn around.
Take care of him, Dad. I got a job to do.
Buck, wait!
I'll be right back. Drop those gun belts and be careful how you do it. Are you hurt bad, Sheriff?
It looks like I'm at the end of my trail. Haynes did all the rustling and caused all the trouble between you and Tex Preston. Anita was in with him. You find him in a cabin at Big Rock Canyon.
Hoop, round up all the boys. We're heading for Big Rock Canyon.
got it all your own way.
I'll give you an even break. That's more than you did for me.
Are you looking for Beth Haynes?
Yes.
In about 1 minute, he'll be scattered all over these hills.
Some of you boys take her to town and lock her up. The rest come with me.
Hello, you dog. I don't think so, but what happened?
You just missed being an angel by about 3 seconds.
I think he's somewhat of an angel right now. What is this important matter you wanted to talk to me about?
That's right, I forgot.